welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leah Luche, and this is episode 19 of turning this shuttle bus into a home on wheels. In last week's video, I built the shower pan, so if you haven't seen that and you would like to watch it, then I will link it somewhere here in this video and also down below. But in this week's video, I am doing the walls here in the bathroom and finishing up the shower pan. So I went with this like rustic concrete kind of look. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this, then let's get right into it. I first wanted to start off by saying that the clear waterproofing paint that I used for the shower pan dried this really nasty yellow looking color in a couple of spots. So if you plan to do the style of shower pan that I did, then maybe do a different base color instead of white, or use a different top coat. But personally, I will be covering my shower pan with a shower pan liner kind of thing, so I won't even be able to see those yellow spots. I got my tarp laid down, and now I'm going to mix the concrete for the walls, but I am a little confused because the bag only shows like measurements for using the entire bag, and I'm not about to mix that entire bag right now because I don't even know how long this is going to take me to do one section. So I'm trying to do a little bit of math. I did some calculations, and if it's not right, then I will tell you guys and I will add more water or something, I don't know. I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna do 48 ounces of the concrete mix and 4 ounces of water, and then I don't know how much of the tint stuff I'm gonna use, but I will figure it out. But I do want to do like 2 different batches. Yeah, 2 batches, so I can do 2 different kinds of tint in the bathroom. Like the same kind of tint, but like one is more strong in the color and one is like a less like lighter tone. So yeah, let's figure all that out. Yeah, let's just see if my little measurements work. I went for a crack resist concrete mix because I thought that seemed best, seeing that I would be in a moving bus, but when I opened up the bag I realized that there were rocks in the mix, and every video that I watched had a concrete mix with no rocks. So I watched more videos, then I went back to Lowe's to get a different bag of concrete. Okay, I just got back from Lowe's because I bought the wrong concrete mix stuff. I got the crack resist, which I am still going to use that because I bought it and I've opened it up, like all the way opened it, but I'm going to like shift, I think that's the word, shift out the rocks and then like mix it with the other concrete stuff that I got because I bought the wrong one. So I got the one, and I will show you which one it is, but I got a fiberglass concrete. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, but it's like a lighter weight concrete, which will be better for my bathroom. And I'm gonna do 64 ounces of concrete and 10 ounces of water. So I'm gonna try that. This fiberglass concrete mix is apparently the key to doing concrete walls in a bus because it creates a lightweight concrete, so you can get that concrete look without it being too heavy. Okay, I don't know how fast this is gonna set up, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and put on as much as I can. For the concrete mix, I added my tint into the water and I did 64 ounces of fiberglass concrete, 3 handfuls of sifted crack resistant concrete, and 20 ounces of water. What I learned worked best for me was to add about half of the water into the concrete and mix that together until all of the powder could clump up when I squeezed it. Then I added the rest of the water and I mixed everything together. When I tried to add the water all at once, the concrete was harder to mix and it seemed to dry out a lot faster. Okay, I have on this suit because I'm going to sand down the walls, and it's huge, obviously, because they only had one size at the store. But I'm also going to put on goggles, mask, and I'm going to turn on the shop vac so that when I'm sanding it can just hopefully just sweep up into there. So yeah, let's do this. The shop vac definitely didn't work how I hoped it would, but I did have all of the windows open and the garage was up while I was sanding. And once I finished sanding, I left the shop vac on and I went out of the garage to let the bus air out before I started working on it again. Then I decided to add some lighter and darker tones to the walls to give it more texture and to also give it more of a rustic look. The next day I came back and I turned on the shop vac, opened the windows and the garage, and I sanded the walls again. Then I pulled off my tarp and I vacuumed. I tried to scrape off all of the excess concrete, and I will say that if you plan to do something like this, then you should probably line your shower pan with painter's tape, because I didn't do that and now my shower pan has some spots where the concrete won't come off. But once I got the shower pan cleaned up for the most part, I drilled a hole for my drain and I put my drain in and sealed around it. Then I used some silicone caulking to seal around the shower pan. And this is how my shower turned out. There are a couple of spots that I had to fill in, so they still need to be sanded, and I need to add a top coat to seal the walls. But I'm not 100% sure if I like the walls yet, so I'm going to wait to put on the top coat. I like the texture of the walls, I just don't know if I like the color. I was going for a rustic look, but I think it may be a little too rustic. I don't know, but maybe it just needs to grow on me. Okay, that's gonna be all for this video, but if you liked it, then please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every single time that I post, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!